Hi, I'm Tim.
I'm Bryson.
And I'm Jacob.
We're going to go ahead and do some limiting reagents equations for you today. Hope you like them. Alright guys, today we got another one of the limiting reagent problems to do for you. This time it's number 63, which states if 1.00 grams of magnesium hydroxide reacts with 0.605 grams of sulfuric acid, what is the mass of magnesium sulfate produced? So first things first, I started off by balancing the equation, which I'll do for you here just because it's nice and quick. The only thing that needs to change actually is you need to put a little 2 in there to go through and balance the hydrogens and the oxygens from both sides. So that was first step there. Second step was to do the molar mass, which I did off screen just because it was going to take a while and I don't think you want to see me work my calculator the entire time. But basically the way that, so I've done the mass of magnesium hydroxide, which is 58.33, the mass of sulfuric acid, which is 98.09, and the mass of magnesium sulfate, which is 120.38. So from there, we can go ahead and start. We start off by having the, basically you start off with the known, which is going to be the 1.00 grams of MgOH there. Then we want to go ahead and convert that to moles. So what we do is we put the molar mass on the bottom, which in this case is the 58.33 grams of MgOH, which then cancels out there, and then put that over 1 mole of MgOH squared. From there, we need to convert to the magnesium sulfate. So to do that, we put on the bottom this time because we want to cancel out the magnesium hydroxide. You put 1 mole of MgOH2, and then above that you would put the 1 mole of MgSO4. So from there, these would cancel, so you're left with moles of MgSO4. Then we need to discover the mass of the MgSO4. So to do that, we need to put the molar mass on top, which is 120.38. So 120.38 grams of MgSO4 divided by 1 mole of MgSO4, which then cancels there and there. And then after all that, you run this through your calculator, you would end up with 2.06 grams of MgSO4, and then that's what the product of magnesium hydroxide is, the 1 gram of magnesium hydroxide. That's what this yields. So that's our first answer there. From there, we would do our second known amount, which in this case is 0.605 grams of sulfuric acid, which would be, so you start off by putting that again here, so 0.605 grams of H2SO4, and then we need to convert that to moles, so then put the molar mass of MgSO4, which is 98.09 on the bottom. Then cancels, and then on top we have 1 mole of H2SO4. And then from here it's going to look very similar to the top equation, which is going to be where we convert from the H2SO4 to the magnesium sulfate, the MgSO4. So again, to do that, we're going to put the 1 mole of H2SO4 on the bottom, which will cancel that. And then on top, we're going to put 1 mole of MgSO4. And then same thing again, we're going to do the molar mass of the magnesium sulfate on top and then the 1 mole on the bottom to get the moles to cancel there, so we end up with grams per mole. So again, for that, we are going to do 120.38 grams of MgSO4 divided by 1 mole MgSO4. Cancels there, cancels there. Again, you run this through your calculator all the way across, since it's all going to end up being in grams of magnesium sulfate. You end up with 0.742 grams of MgSO4, sorry. So that is what's yielded by our sulfuric acid. So that's what is going to actually be the limiting reactant in this equation, because it yields less than the magnesium hydroxide. So therefore H2SO4 will be our limiting reactant, and the amount produced will be 0.742 grams of magnesium sulfate. Thanks, guys.